Hello and welcome. This is Theresa, and this is Mini Ephemera Take 2 Die Cutting and Embossing, in which I'm still working with this pile of stuff that I started on yesterday. And before I get started too much, I will say that I'm planning to keep some of these, positive and negative space. So I think this is the negative space of the die cuts, and sometimes those are fun to like make layered flowers, or even maybe for collages, I don't know, but they're a lot of fun sometimes to use. So I'm just gonna save those for now, and this is just some stuff, some area that's still available for me to die cut or stamp onto or something. So these are good scrap pieces. This is just a scrap piece. So here are some pieces from yesterday, and here's that big piece from yesterday that I had said I wanted to mount this onto something, and I think I finally decided what I want to mount that onto. I have my little bag of papers, and I actually thought there was more. There's some coffee dye in here, so I'm going to grab a piece of coffee dye. Oh, and I just turned around and saw something. I'm actually gonna go ahead and let that double up too. I just turned around and noticed something. The other day, I had shown this big ephemera book that I have that I use for my stickers. So I started to leaf through it, and I noticed there was something in here that I didn't really remember what that was and why I put it there. So since then, I've gone back in and I've realized that it's my mixed media. So I haven't transitioned all of my mixed media into this book, but now the book is labeled, so I will remember that large stickers, and what that means is they're large sheets of stickers that wouldn't fit in my small sticker book. And then my mixed media is in here. So I think the other day I found some mixed media in another place, and I'm gonna finish moving it into this book, and this book will have all my mixed media and large stickers in it, so that next time I want to find something like that, I can find it, because it's all in the same place and it's labeled. Well, there we go. It's a big book. It's hard to get the whole thing in screen. And then, this is the other thing that I wanted to mention. I was like, I get tired of just, these labels that have all this white, because I don't like white. I usually grunge white up. So yesterday, I experimented with using my alcohol inks on that, and I thought that was kind of cool. Something that you may be interested in doing if you use a label maker with these types of labels and you want it to look grungy. Okay, so the first thing I need is glue. And let's go ahead and take off some of this extra. How's everybody doing today? I'm a little irritable. I'm a little irritable. So I made sure I took my Estroven. Estroven is what I buy either on Amazon or locally in the store, and it is an over-the-counter menopause relief. And this one is the energy formula. So anyways, I try to take that on a daily basis, and I think it helps sometimes, just for your information, for some of those people who might be interested in trying something like that. It's so funny. I have one grandson who has the Y chromosome duplication, deletion type situation going on, and he knows that Grandpa Jeff takes a lot of pills for different things. He doesn't, really know why. He just has seen that Grandpa Jeff takes a lot of pills, which is for his diabetes and, oh Lord, heart stuff, cholesterol, blood pressure, all that fun stuff. So it's so funny because then he'll look at me and he'll go, Grandma, do you take any pills? And I'm like, nope. And because what he's talking about is prescription pills. And he just looks at me with such a confused look, like, you don't. I might say to him that I take supplements, but I'm not really sure how familiar he is with that word, so I just tell him no, because I don't want him growing up believing that all older people have to take pills, or even that all people have to take pills on a regular basis. And if you're not new to this channel and you've watched me before, you know that I am, I share those kind of opinions a lot. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this for a long time. I also found my weighted glove in the same area, just because I haven't moved things around, and I've been wanting this. We're going to head over to pick up the 5-year-old granddaughter here in about an hour. So I need to stay focused and do what it was that I planned on doing for this video. So my plan for this series is that it will transition. So it's not going to be a clean new topic every week, but it's going to transition. Kind of like collaborations do. You say you're going to, one of the last ones I did was, I said I was going to make a Marie Antoinette journal for Junk Journal Madness. And so you start off with making the cover, or picking out the pages, things like that. This one's not going to be real easy to cut. I should have been more conscientious about how I stamp those so I would have clean lines to cut or tear without one getting in the way. So what are your ideas for mini ephemera? I would love to hear what different ideas are, either in the chat or in the comments. I can't always pull up a chat after the fact, like on a replay. So anytime you have the time and opportunity to put comments, put your responses or your feedback or whatever in the comments. That would be very helpful for those people that are watching the replay and can't maybe necessarily, I'm going to leave that on there. I think that looks kind of cool. That doesn't. There, that looks kind of cool. Okay, so now, no now yet, I'm still working on this. And as you can see, I am not precious with this stuff usually, because when you make mistakes or goofs or oops or something like that, sometimes the results can be cool. Oops. Okay. Whoops, I got another part over here to do. And I want to use my other roller. I want to use this one and get a little bit of a deckled edge on there. I have to concentrate when I'm tearing. I think I'm going to leave that too. I like that. It'll be nice to have a stash of little ephemera, and I was going to do the little ephemera book today, but I got distracted and didn't finish my research on what I want to do. I will tell you what I'm going to do though. I'm going to do, what is it called? A one-page folio. Only I'm going to like do a double or a triple one-page folio. And what I mean by that is that I'm going to glue the folios together and maybe make a little, like say say this was a folio and this was a folio. And then I would put them together and I would glue the two together so they formed a pocket, and there would be more space for pockets for ephemera. And like if I did 3, then I would take, you know, another folio, and you have to have an open mind to imagine what I'm trying to mention. And then I might put a little binder over it. But I'm still working on that, and I hope to have that idea ready for maybe tomorrow. Okay, now I'm going to start working with these pieces. So I've got all these pieces here. And these I just used some Tim Holtz red rubber stamps. And then I've got all these pieces here. Let me get rid of my negatives. Don't need the ruler. So I worked on these yesterday. These are more of that Tim Holtz stamp. Okay, and then these are from a Stampin' Up! Stamp. And I did a couple of different things with them. I just did a quick video yesterday because I needed to be in Boise at 6 o'clock for that God and Country event. That was down by the Capitol building. Okay, so some of these I stamped and I tore out. Let's, in case you didn't watch yesterday's video, I took some brown packing paper and I painted it with gesso, and then I went over that with gold gouache paint, which is a water artist acrylic polymer emulsion opaque colors is what gouache is. I think of watercolor when I think gouache. I don't know why. So there's those, but these are what I wanted to talk about. I was in the mood to use my Stampin' Up! Blends, which are alcohol markers, and I did that on this one and that one. And I have seen where some images have color and then they like transition into black and white, so that's what I was trying to accomplish with that. And then that one I just colored, and then I did a little background stamping on there. And these are just this is just a die cut that I don't have a stamp to. It's just for foliage, so might take something like this and something like this and put it all together on a journal card. And then there's just these. Then I took some of these and I ran them through with an embossing folder so they have texture on them. That's what the back looks like. And I can take my ink and hit it with the ink, and the raised up surfaces will grab hold of that ink. That's fun to do. Let's use my inking board. Oops, that one's already. Did I ink that? Yeah. I don't know if I did or not. Did I? Yes, I did. I just love having all the different mediums involved in this. The black ink, the gold paint, the oxide ink, and the gesso. To me, that just looks so interesting. Okay. Whew. Let's put a little music on to finish up this video.
Inside your chest that calls on you to cry. You decided it was time for him to fly out of the darkness and into the light, higher and higher out of sight. The whisper inside your heart tells you let go. Time to leave the past. You did what you knew. Slow down and rest. You've been through a war. No one can hurt you anymore. Behind closed eyes, memories unfold, hidden secrets. Looking the other way behind closed eyes. There's a song inside your soul waiting to be heard. Sing it aloud, you've written every word.
Shoot, I forgot I had the music on, and then I decided to talk. But I was, in case you couldn't hear me over the music, I was just saying how with this mini ephemera we can have it decorated or not decorated. And I was saying, like, on a piece like this, if you didn't have any chance to put gold on it or something fancy that way, well, there's always something like this to be able to do after the fact. And this is foundry wax. I have it in gold and bronze and silver. So we'll do this one in gold. I don't want to touch myself with that gold. It'll hurt. And let's see, so that one is decorated, and then we could take something like this. No, not that one. Do this one. We'll do one in bronze and one in silver. And we're at 30 minutes, so we'll wrap it up after this. something.
The blackbird inside your chest that calls on you to cry. You decided it was time for him to fly out of the darkness and into the light, higher and higher out of sight. The whisper inside your heart tells you let go. Time to leave the past. You did what you knew. Slow down and rest. You've been through a war. No one can hurt you anymore. Behind closed eyes, memories unfold, hidden secrets.
Okay, so here's my little bag that I started for the mini ephemera. So I'm going to go ahead and stuff this in here. And there's the 3 different colors, gold, silver, and bronze, which are called Mind is what I'm calling bronze, sterling is what I'm calling silver, and gilded is what I'm calling gold. Ugh. I need that mini ephemera holder because this is getting full. Okay, so thank you for visiting today, and I hope you'll continue to go on this journey of this mini ephemera, and any feedback is more than welcome.